Hi, my name is Steve Ray. I'm the Osprey rep for California, Arizona, and Nevada. I live in San Diego. I'm here to show you how to pack one of the Osprey packs. To my left over here, you can see most of the items you'd use probably for a 2 or 3 day trip. The most important part in packing your pack is to actually start from the very bottom compartment. You want to kind of snug that up as much as you possibly can because you want to stabilize the load. So the heavier parts are going to sit on top, so you don't want it sagging down and drooping away. So first we're going to take the sleeping bag and go ahead and stuff that into the bottom compartment. The idea is to pack the weight in close towards your spine. And as you can see, I've got the bottom now pretty well full. Now I'm going to take the heavier stuff and start building it up from the inside. So I'm going to take my food here, which is pretty heavy. I'm going to kind of pack that in towards the back and the middle. I'm going to take my clothes and start packing from the side so it stabilizes it and keeps it into place. I'm going to take my tent, which now I have separated. I've basically got the tent body and fly here, which I'm going to stack in on the other side to keep it somewhat stable to the middle. Next process, I'm going to take my pots and pans, bring those up on top, kind of push them in towards the middle. Fuel off to one side. And then just kind of keep packing around and stabilizing the load on the inside with any small items you might have. Go ahead and cinch your collar off on the top. Now I'm going to take the outside pocket and the things that I didn't quite get down on the inside. I don't like to personally pack too much heavy stuff on the outside because the idea is you don't want the pack to fall back away from you. Take my tent poles, slide those down on the inside, rain fly stuff. Now once I've got all that down into place, if I happen to have sandals or those items I'm taking along, I'm going to go ahead and bring those to the outside, strap them into place. Once I've got all that tightened and secure, I'll bring the lid up and over. This is what we call a free-floating lid design that we have on our packs, which allows me to position the lid properly. Typically on the top, you want things that you want to put in there that you want to get to for the afternoon. You could put a lightweight first aid kit up there if you needed to, any foods or any additional supplies. On the inside of the pack, along the back also, is a bladder sleeve. You have a couple options there. You can put your bladder down on the inside of that sleeve. A lot of people actually like to slip it up under the lid right here, or you can put your bladder right here, bring it up and over, and that way it's easy to get to, and you also can put pressure on that bladder so the water actually flows a little bit easier. As you know, as most trips, generally what happens is our load starts to decrease as we eat through our food. And that is one of the advantages to the straitjacket design. As you'll see, I'll take out some of the items on the inside, basically simulating that if you've gone for a 5-day trip or a 7-day trip and you've eaten through a lot of the food. So now I want to snug this load up because you don't want it bouncing around while you're out on the trail. As you take this design, which allows us to actually bring it all the way over to the outside, if I really need to compress the load even more, I can really cinch this down and actually control the load inside the pack. And as we do that, as you'll see, it actually compresses the load and brings the load in towards the body, which is what you want.
Hey, don't you fall asleep. It's my job, Grizz's job.